The houses looked very small, and usually when I'm like driving to my driveway, my house looks really big.
They may not be legal enough to drive, but they can fly. The free aviation program that has Suncoast kids shooting for the skies. Plus, after over a week on the run, a Sarasota man is behind bars. And a big change in the controversial Florida Stand Your Ground case. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 11.
And good evening to everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Dwayne Lindo. Our top story, after over a week on the run, a Sarasota man is behind bars tonight. Daniel Davenport was arrested Friday in Orlando in connection with a Sarasota man's murder. He is now waiting to be sent back to the Suncoast to go to trial. The sheriff's office began searching for Davenport after the body of Sergio Hostins of Sarasota was found on October 9th. His body was found in a home being remodeled in Naples by construction workers. Deputies say fingerprints at the home connected Davenport to the case. Now to a big change in Florida's Stand Your Ground case. One of Michael Drejka's defense attorneys is no longer representing him. The change comes amid an investigation into if the attorney inappropriately persuaded Drejka to hire her. Drejka is facing a manslaughter charge after fatally shooting Marquise McLaughlin in a convenience store, shooting him in a parking lot. The shooting got national headlines and reignited a debate over self-defense. Drejka is currently out of jail. His family posted his $100,000 bond. A Florida mother is now taking legal action. That's after her teenage daughter was beaten by police outside a mall in Coral Springs. The whole thing was caught on camera. And just to let everyone know, this video may be disturbing to viewers. The scene was captured Thursday. You could see police holding down a 14-year-old girl with a knee on the girl's back. You can see the officer holding her down, punching her in the side. The teen's mother, Jessica Dennis, says watching the video is heartbreaking.
He went completely overboard. It was unnecessary.
Police say the video only shows the end of the story. They say the teen had previously been hitting another teen. They were issued a trespass warning and told not to return. An attorney for the girl's family says the police officer used excessive force. A Florida official appeared in court today. Lakeland City Commissioner Michael Dunn is now facing murder charges. That's after he fatally shot a suspected shoplifter. The shoplifter tried to steal a hatchet from the commissioner's military surplus store. Police say Dunn shot Lopez twice after a confrontation, and that the victim didn't appear to have made any threatening movements towards Dunn. Lopez died at the scene. And more than a week after Hurricane Michael, 90,000 people across the Panhandle remain without power. So far, 35 people have died as a result of the storm, 25 of those in the Florida Panhandle alone. More than 1,800 law enforcement officers have been deployed to impacted areas in the Panhandle and Big Bend, including some from the Suncoast. Visit Florida is launching a $9 million marketing plan to show that much of the state is open for business. The Tourism Agency Executive Committee voted Friday to support a plan that highlights what has reopened in areas hit by the deadly storm. The marketing effort is seen as a continuation of ongoing work to address concerns of potential tourists about red tide problems this year. And it doesn't feel like fall now, but that may soon be changing with what may come sooner, cooler temperatures. Let's go to Josh Stone in for Wendy Ross tonight for a first check on our first alert weather. Josh?
All right, Dwayne. Yeah, it is coming. It is coming. Definitely. There's going to be a change in the air come tomorrow afternoon. Right now it's 78 degrees, mostly clear conditions. Dew point at 74, humidity at 87%, a northwesterly wind at 6 miles per hour. Eventually, these winds will be coming down from the north and in the northeast. We'll get to that in a little bit later. But as far as our radar goes, it's quiet now. And I think it's going to remain quiet over the next 24 hours. We do have this system that's going to be coming our way in the overnight hours, but there's not a lot of moisture for it to work with to produce any sort of shower activity. Now, even if a shower does develop, it's going to be very short-lived and isolated. Once again, we have dry air draping the state of Florida, so even though we have this cold front, a lifting mechanism coming down, just doesn't have a lot of moisture for it to work with to cause any of those showers. The overnight looks like this. We're going to cool down into the low 70s. Our average for low at this time of the year is 67, so just above that, but mostly clear skies. Then we'll talk about the wonderful weather coming our way as we go through the next few days in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Josh, thank you. Looking ahead, our local beaches may be looking and smelling a lot better, but city officials are still looking into what they can do to reduce red tide. Next Wednesday, the City of Venice will hold another Red Tide Forum. They will be meeting with experts to discuss what can be done to reduce the flow of pollutants into the waterways. The meeting begins at 1 p.m. at Venice City Hall. The public is encouraged to attend. New challenges are ahead for the construction of a new public safety facility in Venice. The new facility is expected to be built off East Venice Avenue and Pine Brook Road. The estimated cost of construction coming in at $2 million over budget, with a price tag over $12 million. Officials say they are now looking into where they can cut cost, something that also needs to be factored in after calls from concerns from a nearby neighborhood, the addition of a privacy fence. A program cut out of Venice helping kids, teens, take their curiosity to new heights. As ABC's Erica Jackson shows us, we may have some future pilots here on the Suncoast.
We got your seatbelt on, and we're going to get you up into the airplane here in just a couple of minutes.
11-year-old Leon Chen is ready for takeoff. This is his first time in a small aircraft, and he's already calling the shots.
It was very fast, bumpy, but not as bumpy as I thought it would be.
When you have them up at an altitude that's safe for them to take over the controls, they gladly do it.
Leon isn't quite yet an expert, but he's learning the ropes from experienced pilot John Mokel. He took his first flying lesson at 16 and hopes he can pass on his love of flying to other kids through the Young Eagles program.
The freedom and the visibility and the thrill of it is just exciting.
Volunteers with Young Eagles are now introducing kids and teens in Venice to the world of aviation. The Experimental Aircraft Association will continue to take kids in the air free of charge, hoping one day they'll land a job as a pilot.
We're just giving them the opportunity to get in an airplane and see what it's like, and hopefully maybe direct them to an aviation career.
Most of these kids can't even drive a car, but they're flying airplanes 2,000 feet in the air.
It was very high. The houses looked very small, and usually when I'm driving to my driveway, my house looks really big.
Leon passed his lesson with flying colors, and now he can take on the world with a new perspective.
You just gotta believe in yourself, and you just gotta trust your guide and your gut.
Reporting at the Venice Municipal Airport, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Erica, thank you. More than 2 million kids worldwide have already taken part in the Young Eagles program. To find out how your child can get involved, log on to our website, mysuncoast.com. And SRQ Magazine celebrates its 20th anniversary with the La Strada event downtown Sarasota tonight. The street festival was a thank you to the community for years of support. It showcased a live band, food trucks, and entertainment from the Florida Studio Theater, as well as the Circus Arts Conservatory. Kids were able to get their face painted, and there was even a Hollywood-themed portion where kids were dressed up as zombies. Pretty scary. A portion of the proceeds from the event will go to Suncoast Charities for Children. The publisher of the magazine points out that it's all about showcasing what's going on in the community.
This is a brand new initiative with SRQ. We launch and reinvent every couple of years. People remember our hot list. They remember all of our various tremendous events. We've also produced a new book, Love Local, celebrating everything local and wonderful and exciting about Sarasota.
There was even a portion of the event that celebrated Ringling College of Art and Design President Larry Thompson as the guest of honor. He was recognized for his contributions not only to the school, but to Sarasota as well. And if you're looking to get rid of some unwanted or expired medications, you're encouraged to head to the Sarasota Police Department's Drug Take Back event for National Drug Take Back Day. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. next Saturday, you can help prevent pill abuse by bringing pills for disposal to the front lobby. The service is free and anonymous. No questions asked. Sarasota PD also has a permanent drop box in the lobby that can be accessed 7 days a week. Still to come here on ABC 7, new developments in a case of a missing journalist. The confession straining tensions between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia. Plus, the countdown is on for early voting in November. General election will tell you when it begins in your area.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
Where to go and what to do in Muscle Shoals in Florence, Alabama. Personalized just for you. Find your sweet spots at alabama.travel/sweetspot.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you, with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now. In one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TruStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TruStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
Watch Suncoast View weekdays at 9 a.m. on ABC 7.
New developments now in the case of a missing Washington Post journalist. Saudi Arabia now admitting Jamal Khashoggi is dead, saying a fight inside the Saudi consulate in Istanbul led to his death. 18 Saudis are now in custody and 5 top intelligence officials fired. President Trump saying this is a good first step, adding that what happened to Khashoggi was unacceptable, but still supporting the lucrative arms deal with Saudi Arabia.
But I would prefer that we don't use as retribution canceling $110 billion worth of work, which means 600,000 jobs.
Amnesty International is now calling on Saudi Arabia to immediately produce Khashoggi's body so an autopsy can be performed. There are reports his body was turned over to a Turkish collaborator and that the Saudis don't know the whereabouts of his remains. The president is now in Nevada tonight campaigning for Republican candidates. He's continuing to push for stronger border security, saying this will be one of the key issues as voters head to the polls for next month's elections. Here's ABC's Linda Lopez with the latest.
President Trump has been ramping up his campaign presence leading up to next month's midterms, urging crowds to turn out and vote to ensure Republicans keep control of Congress.
This will be the election of Kavanaugh, the caravan, law and order, tax cuts, and common sense.
Also continuing his push for tougher security along the border as a caravan of Central American migrants is moving toward the U.S.
The Democrat Party, and it's openly inviting millions of illegal aliens to break our laws. The Democrats want caravans. They like the caravans.
Saying that caravan is a direct result of open border policies he accuses Democrats of backing. Democrats disagree, saying they supported a bipartisan immigration reform deal, but it was President Trump who nixed it. Former Vice President Joe Biden is critical of the president's immigration policies, saying American values are being shredded and the world is watching.
What the hell's going on in America? Ripping infants from their mother's arms at the borders. What are we doing? What have we become?
Democrat Beto O'Rourke, running against Senator Ted Cruz in Texas, believes the U.S. should not wait to solve the problem once it reaches our border.
If things are so desperate in Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, that someone would risk their lives to come here, then what can we do to improve conditions there?
And as the debate over how to handle the immigration crisis continues, the president will travel to Texas, North Carolina, and Wisconsin in the coming week. Linda Lopez, ABC News, New York.
A reminder for voters, early voting in the November 6th general election begins Monday. That's for people living in Sarasota County. Early voting will run from Monday through Saturday, November 3rd. There are 6 locations throughout the county you can vote at. We have a list on mysuncoast.com. Early voting in Manatee County begins Wednesday and also runs through November 3rd. Community leaders from both sides of the political aisle were out this morning educating people about the city charter amendment. This amendment will change the date of the city elections in Sarasota to coincide with state, federal, and county elections. With historically low voter turnout in local elections, changing the election date is expected to dramatically increase overall participation, bumping it up from a range of 15 to 23% up to 50 to 70%. Pretty high percentage there if that goes through. But cooler weather. Yeah. Cooler weather, huh?
Yeah, cooler weather, if you want to say that, slightly cooler, but the high percentage of some nice weather coming our way will be well embraced by a lot of people around the Suncoast. Let's check out our sky cam or our tower cam from earlier today. We had a beautiful sunset over the Gulf of Mexico, just a few clouds, but all in all, we had mostly sunny skies. The radar right now is quiet, and we could get a few spots of showers that develop in the morning hours of Sunday morning with this light cold front coming our way, but there's just not a lot of moisture for it to work with. Right now, temperatures look like this in the upper 70s and lower 80s here in Venice. You're 80 degrees right now, but temperatures will cool down into the low 70s later on this evening. Right now we have, for the most part, a northwesterly wind about 5 to 10 miles per hour, but by tomorrow night, the winds will change direction. Here's the cold front that's coming down from the north. It's actually kind of a weak cold front and just doesn't have a lot to work with as far as any sort of shower activity, but you can see the forecast winds move from the northwest tonight. Tomorrow night they come in from the northeast. An area of high pressure will build in behind this cold front in the mid-Atlantic states, bringing those winds around it from the north and east, and they could start to kick up because there will be a pressure gradient that will set up. Cold front to the south, high pressure settling in behind it, and those winds start to get constricted, and then you have breezy conditions that will develop, maybe wind gust up to around 20 miles per hour tomorrow evening. The almanac today, we hit a high of 86 degrees. Well, that's just 2 degrees above the average of 84. But the rainfall, nothing to show you here. It was dry today. So here's your weather headlines for this Saturday night into Sunday morning. Slightly cooler on Sunday with this cold front coming down from the north. And then we talked about it's going to be breezy on Sunday evening. And then the best chance for rain to come our way as far as widespread shower activity will be next Thursday night and into Friday afternoon. So the setup here, we actually have 2 cold fronts. This northerly cold front here is going to push the southerly one further south and that's the one that's going to be tracking through the area as we go through the overnight of tonight. Boy, they saw some snow showers for the Chicagoland area and Michigan earlier today, and they're dealing with some winter conditions there. And then as far as our cold front, well, it's in northern Florida now, and it's slowly sagging southward. But remember, again, the tan colors show us where the dry air is above us, and it's dry. So this cold front is coming down, just doesn't have a lot of moisture to cause any sort of shower activity. We may have a few passing clouds in the morning hours of our Sunday, but other than that, I'm calling for mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. The tropics are quiet in the Atlantic. Where it's not quiet is out here in the Gulf of Mexico. You have a tropical storm here, and this looks pretty healthy. Could become a hurricane, but it's moving in the open waters of the Pacific and away from land right now. As far as the boating forecast, northeasterly wind at 15 knots, sea is 2 to 3 feet with a moderate chop in the bays. Your overnight low tonight will be 73. The average overnight low at this time of the year is 67. There's your beautiful high of 85 degrees. Over the last several days, it seems like temperatures have been a lot warmer than that. But as you can see, the cooler, more seasonable-like temperatures will continue into next work week. And then again, the best chance for rain will happen Thursday evening into next Friday. Dwayne?
Josh, thanks. In health news tonight, today, thousands here on the Sun Coast show their support in fight against breast cancer. Just look at the crowds of people that were at Nathan Benderson Park this morning. It was a sea of pink. Hosted by the American Cancer Society, the walks raise awareness and funds to save lives from breast cancer.
It is awesome to see all these people, and I love the men in their tutus. I appreciate their support, and we got to remember, men get breast cancer too, and their survival rate isn't nearly as good as ours because they don't check, you know, and they don't think they're going to get it. So I'm glad to see they're getting aware of it too.
In 2017, over 40,000 people died from breast cancer. That's a number the American Cancer Society is working to bring down. Your winning lotto numbers are straight ahead. Stay with us.
Blue 32, Blue 32, hot, hot. It's the Gatto Gridiron Challenge. The game's on to sell 2,000 vehicles. 12 teams compete for the #1 spot. Score a great deal at every Gatto dealership. Buy with zero down. Make no payments for 90 days. Choose from 14 of your favorite brands, all on sale. Who will make it to the end zone? You decide. Rush to a Gatto location near you or visit Gatto.com.
Gatto's got it.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
At Boys and Girls Clubs, it's not just about trying new things.
Tanya, come here.
Learning the right steps.
2, 3, 4.
Or making contact. It's not just about exploring the future. It's about helping them build it. It's about making the connection. It's about proving every kid and teen who enters our doors has what it takes. Great futures start here.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blog, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert Weather app now. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
A retirement party is underway this weekend at Sarasota Jungle Gardens. Their starring performer, Frosty Sr., is stepping out of the spotlight. The 82-year-old cockatoo has an interesting story, even performing on The Ed Sullivan Show.
He was actually trained at Folsom Prison. He was part of an inmate rehabilitation program where inmates there would train birds different behaviors. So he actually learned how to ride a scooter and a unicycle on a high wire. And that actually landed him a spot on the Ed Sullivan Show where he performed those really cool behaviors. And then in the 1970s, he ended up with us here at Sarasota Jungle Gardens. And ever since the 70s, he has been performing that high wire act in our daily bird show.
Staff at Jungle Gardens say Frosty's eye is not as good as they used to be. That's why, for his safety, he will be moved to an open-air exhibit. In honor of Frosty's retirement, tomorrow children can get into Sarasota Jungle Gardens for half off. And, you know, the weather is pretty good for kids and families to go over to Jungle Gardens at this point.
I remember as a kid coming down here on vacations and seeing Frosty. Wow.
Yeah.
A legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a great day. Mostly sunny skies, highs in the mid-80s.
Great. And we'll see you tomorrow, 6:30.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TruStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
My grandpa was always telling me about it.
But the civil rights thing happened like a million years ago.
Still, he thought it was important that I know what it was like.
So we followed the civil rights trail to Alabama. We saw Dr. King's church,
the bridge in Selma, the church in Birmingham, and I finally knew what he was talking about.
Some things you just have to experience for yourself.
Start your civil rights journey at alabama.travel.
Find out first at 4 on the Suncoast with ABC 7 News at 4. ABC 7 News at 4 starts with a detailed look at your First Alert weather forecast to help you plan and prepare. We give you a fresh, fast-paced rundown of the day's top stories and videos, including breaking news, live updates, and traffic hotspots, all at a new, more convenient time. Find out first at 4, weekdays on ABC 7.
For more than 100 years, American Humane Association has been teaching kids to be kind to animals. Those in our homes, on the farms, on the silver screen, and wildlife conservation, caring for the world's vanishing creatures. But we can't do it alone. Visit kindness100.org to find ways to teach kids how they can make a more caring, compassionate, and humane world for all of us.
You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC7 on Facebook.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.